Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I have been trying to fix or to complete a job in the valley with the 080 for the last 2 weeks, but the weather has just been the absolute worst possible that it could be. We have it cleared. I need to install a couple fence posts, and then that's going to be it for now. So I'm going to install the fence post, and I need to get that machine out of there. And they've got 2 to 3 feet of snow where that machine is sitting right now, 2 days ago. So this has become a rescue mission for the machine. So I need to get the trailer, which is at my parents', and on their front lawn, basically, my 30-foot gooseneck, somehow positioned around to get that out of there. That's the first issue. Go over to the new property, unhook the trailer from this truck, hook it up to the 550, and head up to try to get that excavator out of there and back over to the property safe and sound until the weather's better and I can finish that job off. So today is a Kubota KX080-4 rescue mission. So let's get at it. All right, step one complete. Hooked up to the truck, snow plowing cleared. Now all I gotta do is do something that you shouldn't do, is back out this driveway, get on the road, because getting turned around in here right now is not an option. Typically I can sort of come through and go around this way, but I can't do that right now. So yeah, we're gonna punch a hole through, back through here, get out on the road, and get the heck out of here. That's the idea. So we'll see. First time I had the gooseneck hooked up to the truck for a while. Head on over, get the 550, and do the next step, which is get that machine out of that friggin' site. So we'll have to see how that goes. But so far, it's not going too bad. Well, all right, we are on the road. We've got the gooseneck hooked up. That went actually extremely smooth, other than the fact that the brakes were slightly seized up. All I had to do though was lock my rear diff, and I backed out of it, and we are now on the highway. Go up and fire up the the 550, which is sitting up there and basically a block of ice. Come on down, hook up to this trailer, and then head up to the valley, up towards Greenwood, just outside of Greenwood. And hopefully by then, John will have the post put in and the chain in, and figure out where I'm going to load the machine, because it's on the South Mountain pretty much, and I don't know what those roads are going to be like up there right now, because they've received a huge amount of snow, a lot more than what you see right here. So I may have to track the machine all the way down to the bottom of the hill and then load it at the bottom of the hill. I'm not sure, but the main thing is I need to get that machine off of that site and back to the yard. I don't feel comfortable at all leaving my excavator sitting somewhere where I don't know. I can't keep an eye on it. I can't start it up every once in a while in the cold weather. I mean, it was minus 20 last night, so hopefully hopefully it fires up to begin with. But the main thing is to get it home. So it is a rescue mission for sure. There is nothing like there's nothing like construction work in the summertime. People who don't do this work, and like clients that are just asking to have things done, they honestly, I don't expect them to understand, and they just don't understand. You know, like in the summertime, things go fairly smooth unless you have equipment failures. You tell someone you're going to be there for a job at a certain date, chances are you're going to be there. You're going to have it done at a certain date, chances are you're going to have it done at a certain date, if you're any legitimate contractor anyway. But the way it is in the wintertime, it does not operate like that at all. Oh, one thing I also need to do is I had to raise up my coupler on the gooseneck to get over the box safely. I didn't do that the first couple times that I used this truck and trailer, and it did get very close to the top of the rail. I didn't raise it or lower the coupler, and it came very close to hitting the top of the tailgate. So I don't want to have that happen at all. So I lowered the coupler, and now we got lots of room above the tailgate, so I got no worries there. but when I do get back over to the property, I will need to lower it again so that it's where it needs to be for the 550. But so far so good. So far this is going way better than what I assumed it was going to. So that is a great start. All right, here we are. And this is not really meant to be a great spot to get turned around, but it is the best spot we have. Wendell. Hey, well, it's always nice when your dog jumps out of the front seat of your truck. Oh my, what a guy. What a guy. But anyway, this is not ideal, but we're making it happen. You know, a few turns here and there. We don't have a lot of room to work with, especially with the snowbanks. I can't really cut it that sharp. A few back and forths, and we're gonna get it. That is the only downfall of a 6 3/4 foot box when you're hauling, is you got to watch out for your goose to come around and hit here. But first, it's going to hit this. Possibly, yeah, it will probably still hit that. But we've got some room. We made a few jigs back and forth, and we're golden now. To be honest, I'll be able to pull this back and then pull right on out of here, and go on hook and go up and get the 550. So, you know, honestly, this day is going way too good. Something's not right. All right, we're all hooked up, and yeah, I jinxed myself. Things were going way too good. I don't know what the heck is happening with my connection here. You know, my drop pin that locks everything in place, but it worked fine this morning with my 350. But every time I put weight on this plate kicks over, and then my pin won't line up and drop down. And no matter how hard I beat on it, it won't go over. I have no clue what's going on. So things were going way too smooth. I just spent probably an hour messing around with this. I dropped the coupler, or raised the coupler back up. That didn't help at all. But man, what a pain in the butt. And then of course, from where I had it, my ramps were too long. So I had to drive ahead here to get on this hill, so that then the jack would be off the ground because the back end would be lower. But it's hooked up now, and we're ready to go, but I'm running out of time already. I didn't have a whole lot of time to begin with to get this all done, and this is just the beginning. I don't know what I'm gonna run into when I get up to that area, but man, oh man, oh man, it's nothing like summer. But I've never had a problem with this at all, and this is giving me problems right now big time. I got it smashed up with the hammer, just trying to get something done here. I'll have to, when I have time, I'll have to repair this and get it working properly. But man, what a mess. Like, what? Everything was going so smooth, so smooth. I shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, we gotta get going. Hey, we are 15 to 20 minutes away from finding out if we can rescue this machine or not. And you can see the reason why I'm heading up here to rescue this. There's 2 to 3 feet of snow. Nothing we're gonna be doing up here for a while. Need to get that machine on the trailer and out of there. So far the roads are good, but where I did this job is not on a main circuit road whatsoever. It's on a pretty rural, secluded side road. It's actually a dirt road. So I don't know how close I'm gonna be able to get to the machine. When I dropped it off, I actually had issues because there was a foot of snow on the ground then. And when I dropped it off, the only place to turn around was at the end of the road, and I had to put the trailer down over into this like driveway going into this woodland. Underneath the snow was a complete sheet of ice. So I backed in and tried to pull out of there, couldn't do it no matter what I did. Luckily John was there with the 350, the 19, hooked the chain on, just took the weight off the front end and pulled me out with no problems. He's actually there right now, so if we do have any issues, we'll have another truck on site, which is good. And I mean, the excavator's there. I'm not worried about being able to get to the machine. I'm just a little bit concerned about what the roads are like going down the mountain after we get to the machine. So we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, there's some snow. Yep, lots of white stuff. Not exactly great for doing groundwork. Winter time, it's -20 this morning here without the wind chill. everything is just so much harder in the wintertime when you're dealing with construction stuff. But let's get that machine on this freaking thing, get her back to the new property, and call it a day. Let's get the 080 home, safe and sound, tucked in to the new property. Okay, well, so far we're climbing the mountain and the roads actually look really good. So that's a good sign. I'm happy to see that. But we're still climbing. The higher we climb, the more and more snow there is. There's one of the roads going down over the mountain. That wouldn't be the best choice. We're getting up here towards the top. It's starting to get a little worse, but it looks like we're gonna be okay. It's looking pretty good. But you can see across the field there, across to the North Mountain. I bet you they get some good wind and good snow drifts up here. Going way up over there, I can see the road as it continues up over that hill even further. That's where we're going, up there. All right, well, we're on site. John got the post in, looking good. The excavator, a little extra weight on it. And the head's there somewhere. I see some hoses. But we still gotta come in and put gravel down for a driveway in here, but I don't think we're putting gravel down on 2 feet of snow. So that will have to wait. But we got it cleared out. This driveway's coming in here, he's pulling a camper in here, and then over here he's gonna have a place to park, and it's hard to see right now, but it was pretty thick before. But yeah, it's the white Kubota. It's like a Kubota and a Bobcat combined. Okay, well, let's get this thing loaded on. Get the hell out of here. What's that you found? Oh, that's for the chain. Cool. All right, loaded. Loaded up and ready to rock and roll. The head just looked like a big block of snow here a little while ago. Nice to get that back and get that elevated up off the ground. We're probably carrying an extra 1,000 pounds of snow and stuff here that's frozen. Not much we can do about it right now, but we're chained up, ready to go. We loaded up top over this little hill. I would have pulled that little hill no problem, but just peace of mind. So that job is wrapped up for now. Phase 1 is complete, and the excavator is getting off site and out of here. I'm so happy to have that done and get home. We got to be honest, this machine has really served me well. It's not because of performance wise or any issues whatsoever that I would be looking at anything else but a Kubota. It's the fact of honestly trying something a little different potentially, and there's a few perks on some other machines I'm looking at compared to this one here, but this machine has served me very, very well. It hasn't really had all that easy of a life. It gets into some pretty rough areas doing mulching work and lot clearing work. It's not just sitting on asphalt, that's for sure. It's definitely got some battle wounds. You turn the key and the thing starts and it just keeps going. It's done the trick. It handles this big head very, very well. But the one machine I'm looking at is the new KX080 CR or C, whatever it is. That one has a dedicated auxiliary hydraulic pump. So it has its own pump for the auxiliary for the your attachments, versus every other machine out there that has just the one pump and it dedicates flow to certain areas. But that machine is so expensive. That machine is so expensive. The only way that it would justify me getting rid of this machine or getting that machine would be that this machine becomes my digging machine and that machine becomes my brush machine. But you know, I don't know, a $200,000 piece of equipment basically to beat around in the bush. I don't know. The other side of that is I am looking at a skid steer, and my skid steer would be a high flow machine. I could put a head on that and that thing would do some damage, and then still have this and have another excavator for more of digging, but as a backup as well for mulching. And of course we still have the 4-ton. So there's lots of things to consider right now. But yeah, that cat is beautiful, but man, is it ever expensive. What an expensive little machine. But anywho, let's get in the truck and get this thing back to the property. We're just cruising along. We're actually gonna be going by the big job I did here, like a 3-acre job right in here not too long ago, a few weeks ago. Yeah, still looking good. When I came up by here, he was actually crossing the road and he gave me a big wave. He sent me a few photos and looked good from before and after. That's nice. But yeah, we're about halfway into our trip already. I mean, if I didn't have those issues with that freaking coupler, I probably would be back at the property already. But oh well, it is what it is. The day, and all in all, went pretty good considering everything is buried in snow. This trailer was, this truck was, the excavator was, the mulcher was, absolutely everything is buried in 2.5 feet of snow. So honestly, it hasn't gone all that bad. You can see the machine back there hanging out. Just so you know that I'm hauling over 30,000 pounds right now, and we're just cruising along here, sitting back having a grand old time. So when I get back to the property, I'm going to take the machine off. I'm gonna park the truck, park the trailer, unload the trailer, and take the 550 back up top, drop that off, and jump in the 2020 and head on home. Well, we have just arrived. Oh, I ran in the mirror. So, task at hand, get this thing off the float, get the float and truck in there, I think, for tonight. I think that's all I'm gonna do, is just leave it all hooked up. We'll see. I might unhook it and take the truck up top. I don't know yet. I mean, that only takes a couple minutes, but 4 or 5 to 15 turns to get the trailer in there, out of the way, get the machine in there for now, park it in front of the trailer. That's my security system. Mr. Wendell's been in the back with me all day trucking. He's getting impatient. He wants to run. Hey bud, he wants to run. So let's get her done. Okay, so Wendell got for his run. Come here, bud. Come here. Come on. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, big day with Daddy, eh? Okay, so I did just cheap out and leave everything hooked up, truck and trailer wise. I'll deal with that tomorrow. I'm actually coming over here tomorrow anyway. I even left the chains on the back of the deck. But I tell you what, it feels really good to have this back where it's supposed to be, or on a job doing work, not an hour and a half away sitting in a snow pile. And same as the trailer was at my parents' house for the last couple weeks. It was too soft to take it off their lawn, to be honest. It would have destroyed their lawn, but now it's cold. I was able to back it out and get it out of there. I'm sure they're happy about that too. So all in all, it was a productive day. Did I make any money today? Absolutely not. I just spent money. Well, I did, I guess, because we got those posts put in. I'll be able to invoice for that part of the project. But we're pretty much ready to jump in the 20 and head on out of here. This thing is just covered in mud and salt and crap and slush and ice. This time of year, man, this time of year, it's almost impossible. But anyway, guys, that is gonna do it on this one. Just the joys of working in the winter, and the whole excavator thing. You know, I posted that photo on Instagram yesterday about with the Sandy excavator, the Sandy SY95. There'll be more to come into that. Am I gonna buy it? There's a very good chance I am gonna buy it. I am gonna buy another excavator. It might be that. It might be a cat. It might be a deer. It could be a Komatsu. If I buy the cat, that's like 60 grand in the difference that I'm taking away from an excavator, a mulching head, a trailer, additional trailer, you know, all those things. To buy, you know, a machine that's gonna do much better mulching, but is it gonna do any better digging? No, it's not. I love that 550. Trust me, I love that truck. I really enjoy driving that truck. It is an absolute pleasure to tow with. But man, those seats. I fell down my parents' steps the other day, leaving their house, the roadside steps, right from the top step to the bottom. It was icy, and I hit my back so hard. And my back was just killing me in that truck all day today. I get in this truck, and it's just so much more comfortable. Everything about it's like the seat hugs you. And if I want to, which I might do, and I hardly ever use, I might turn my massage seats on. And I know a lot of people commented on my video about the 450, and you know, everyone basically agreed, or not really agreed, but said you need to get the 450. It's the smartest thing to do. Some people are writing and saying get an XL or an XLT. It's a work truck. I'm sorry, I can't live in those seats. So, wink, wink. Okay, guys, so as I was saying, there's a lot that goes into this purchase for me. It's not just about getting the best machine. It's not about getting the cheapest machine. It's about getting the machine, the excavator that can do what I need it to do and allow me to purchase other things. So what I was saying is, and I'm going to make a separate video on what machine I bought, why I bought it, and I'm going to make a video on what I'm looking for, what I look for when I buy an excavator or a machine, you know, how I do my research, all that sort of stuff, because there's a lot that goes into it. The 309 would absolutely be the best machine to throw a mulching head on it. It has a dedicated hydraulic pump for the auxiliary. So hands down, that would be the best machine for attachments, for mulching, for brush mowing, for braking, for all that stuff. Hands down, hands down. That's not really what this machine is going to be for me. Obviously, if I buy an excavator, it's going to be, I'm going to have a head on it. I'll have the head mounted, ready to go, because that's just the work line that I'm in. It would make no sense not to. But that's not the primary reason why I'm doing this. My Kubota, my KX080, will still be my designated mulching rig, because it's banged up, it's bruised, it's scraped. You know, it does the trick. It does really well. It's been doing the job for me, so no problems there. The Cat, and I'm telling you this right now, the Cat is $60,000 in the difference compared to the Sani. The skid steer I'm looking at is like $90,000. So there's 60 grand right there that could go towards the skid steer. The mulching head that I'm looking at for the skid steer is like high 30, $40,000. So basically that mulcher would be paid for and $20,000 towards you know, the excavator basically. So that's what I got to think about. Those are things I got to think about. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm starting to get off topic here as far as this video goes. But I did have a lot of comments on Instagram about the photo that I posted. But that's it. So the joys of working in the wintertime, the machine is back where it's supposed to be. That's the main thing. But for now, that's going to do it. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we will see you then. Bye.